Hi, welcome back to jensmeramecvalleyhome. Actually, it's good to be home. I've been on vacation for the last week and just got home yesterday, late yesterday afternoon. But we really had a good time. We went down to Florida. We live in Missouri, so that was not as far this time. We did fly, but sometimes we do drive, and that's a really long drive. But we just decided we were going to fly this time and go down there to the beach and spend time with family and just love it. So it was my daughter, my husband, our granddaughter, and a few close friends, and we were just having a blast. So anytime you can get around the beach, we don't care so much to go sightseeing, but we do like to go and check out a few places. The restaurants down there are fantastic in Destin, Florida, I must tell you. We went to Captain Dave's on the Gulf. It's beautiful scenery. It's right on the beach. Wonderful food. If you ever get down there, check them out. They're on Old Scenic Highway 98. Beautiful view in the evening, watching the sunset go down. It was just lovely. So anyway, today we're going to be, I'm going to be answering a question from a viewer that come across my email. And she wanted to know if my style of cooking has always been home style. My answer to that would have to be yes, because that's just the way I was raised. Now, that does not mean that I don't ever cook other things. Our cats, they are so happy that I'm home. My husband's actually still in Florida because I had to come back for my work purposes. But if you hear them, that's my cats. They're talking to each other, and they're just glad we're home. But getting back to the question, it does not mean that I don't ever cook anything else. Now, I do look at a lot of recipes, and a lot of them come from my mother's cookbook, my grandmother's cookbook. I've got a lot of other cookbooks. Some things I cook and just make a twist on them or put a twist on them. But the answer to that would have to be yes, I do normally cook more down home, comfort food. In the summertime, I do like to make a lot of foods that are cooler in nature, salads and sandwiches and just things that are easier to make and cooler to make. Now, I don't have an outside place to cook, but I do have my slow cooker, an Instapot that actually is my daughter's. She was trying to, and I'm pointing over there because it's sitting over there on top of my freezer. She wants me to try it out for her and cook something in it so that she can learn more about it. But so I told her I would make a meal in it and have them over, and I would show her how it was done. But today, I think we're going to do something a little bit different. I am going to make a eggplant sandwich. And what's wrong, Tippy? Huh? She comes in here and she's looking for her buddy. No, he's over there. Your buddy's over there. So I'm going to get myself together. Oh, would you like to come up here and say hello? I think you would. This is Tippy. This is our littlest one. And she's very social, but right now she's kind of wanting to see where her family is, the rest of her family. So I decided we're going to make an eggplant sandwich, and I'm going to show you, I mean, it is going to be meatless, of course. It's going to be very good, though. I guarantee it. And for the people out there that are vegans, this would be a very good dish for them to make. Also, if you're just feeling like maybe you don't want to have a lot of meat in your diet and you're not necessarily a vegan, this would be a good dish to incorporate into your recipes. So with that, let me get ready and we'll start making our eggplant sandwich. Okay, so we're going to start out with preheating our oven to a broil. Okay, so I got that going. I've got a nice big eggplant here that I'm going to slice up. And I'm going to make 2 nice size slices. And I've already got a pan here with some parchment paper on it. So we're going to cut that end piece off and get rid of that. And you don't want them real thick. You just want them about maybe about that size. Maybe a 1/2 inch or 1/4 inch thick. So we're going to put those there. And since it's just me tonight, I'm just going to wrap this up and I'm going to be using that tomorrow. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to add a little bit of olive oil. We're going to brush some on. Alrighty, so let's see here. We're going to take our olive oil and put a little bit on. And we're just going to brush it on there. I'm going to brush it all over it. Let it kind of ooze down the sides a little bit. Get it all good around the sides. Okay. And make sure you get the sides too so that they cook really well. Now, this is going to have to go into the broiler, or under the broiler rather, for about, I don't know, till it's done and tender. I really can't put a time on it. We're just going to have to see when that is because, you know, ovens vary and thicknesses vary. So we're going to put this about 6 inches from the heat source, which is the broiler. So let me put my lid back on that. Now, while we're doing this, we're going to make our aioli of sorts to put on top of our bun. Calls for a 1/4 cup of mayonnaise. Well, I don't need that much, but what I can do is I can take some out, enough for one bun anyway. And then just a little bit of garlic, depending on how much garlic you actually like. Now, put a little bit in there. All right, so now we've got to stir this up. And I think I'm going to put just a little bit of cracked pepper in there. Kind of stir that up. And get that good and ready. All right, so what we're going to do now, that we've got that all incorporated, I have a tomato, just a small one, nothing big. And get a little bowl out here for that, because we're going to cut that part off. We don't need that. That goes in my thank you for coming bag. And I think I'm going to leave it at 1 tomato because, like I said, I'm here alone until tomorrow. My husband's gone. He's still in Florida. So I will just wrap that up and use that tomorrow. So I've got my tomato and I got my Hawaiian bun ready. Now you can use a Kaiser bun. You can use a hoagie bun. You can use regular bread. Whichever you prefer, pretzel buns, it's all up to you. I just happen to have a nice Hawaiian bun here. And what I'm going to do with it also is I'm going to add just a little bit. You're gonna have to excuse me. My cats are just acting up today. They are really having a talkative time over here. Okay. So as the eggplant gets tender, I'm going to just put these in for maybe a couple minutes on that same tray. And we'll go ahead and toast those up that way. I could put them in the toaster, but I'm just going to put them in the oven since I've got the broiler on. So let's check this and see. Oh my, that is really, it's getting done. So we'll give it some time, and when it is just about done, we'll check on it again. Okay, so we have our eggplant done. It's a nice little brown and it's very tender. We've got our buns ready. And really, I'm just going to pull just a little plate out here. Now we're going to take some of this garlic and mayonnaise, and we're going to put that all over our bun. Okay, and just gonna take my slices here of eggplant, and we're gonna put those together, just like that. And then we're going to take this nice little sliced tomato and put it there. And then we're just going to top it just like that. And there you have a beautiful eggplant sandwich that you can enjoy. All right, so we've got our sandwich, and let's give it a little taste, I think. Oh, that is so good. That eggplant is perfect. The tomato with the hot and the cold, and the mayo with the garlic just pulls it all together. You really need to try this recipe. And as usual, I'll put it in the description box below with the measurements so that you are the correct measuring on that, so that you know exactly how to do this if you're making more. For me right now, it's just me tonight, but you could make 4 sandwiches, 6 sandwiches, however many you need. I'm going to put the recipe down for 4 sandwiches, and then if you need more, you can just double that recipe. So I think that's a win-win sandwich. If you like this video, and I really hope you do, thank you for bearing with me with all my cats today they're just being, I don't know, they're having their cat day, I guess. But if you like my videos, please just subscribe, hit that like and that share, and hit the bell so that you know when I have another video that comes up. And I am just so pleased that you all are here to make it here today to be with me in my kitchen cooking. And I am cooking a little bit out of the box today, but I do like to try new things, and you should too. So until the next time, have a great evening, and let not your heart be troubled.